So, I recently got this brand new Lenovo LOQ Gen 10 delivered straight from the official Lenovo website. In this video, I'm going to do a full review of this machine. But if you want to know the pricing details and why I specifically chose this model over others, you can check out my previous video. For now, let's jump straight into the review. First impressions. The laptop looks very cool. The design is sleek, and you have that shining LOQ logo on the lid, along with the subtle Lenovo branding on the left. Build quality feels solid, and yes, the laptop opens easily with just one hand. Let's talk ports. On the right side, you get one USB-C port, a camera e-shutter slider, a microphone headphone combo jack, and one USB Type-A port. The left side is completely clean, no ports there. Moving to the back, this is where the heavy lifting happens. You get two USB Type-A ports, one HDMI port, a LAN port, and the power input. The screen hinge is decent. You can open the lid up to about 135 to 145 degrees. Now, let's talk about the display and multimedia experience. This laptop comes with a full HD 1080p panel. To test the quality, I played a high bitrate 4K video. Even though the screen resolution is 1080p, the downscaling from 4K looked very sharp, and the colors were vibrant. Next, the sound test. As you heard, the audio quality is loud and clear enough for casual content consumption. Moving down to the deck, the power button is placed right in the center. And here's a cool feature. It indicates which performance mode you are currently using. Inside the Legion Space software, you have three modes: quiet mode for light work, balance mode for daily tasks, and performance mode for heavy gaming and editing. As you switch modes, the power button LED actually changes color to match. It also has a smart switching feature, which automatically toggles between the iGPU and the dedicated GPU to save battery life. Speaking of battery, the Vantage app shows your battery health and charging settings. If you scroll down, you'll find conservation mode. This limits charging to 80% and starts it only when it drops below 75%. You also have rapid charge and overnight charging options. Now, a quick warning if you use conservation mode like me. There is a small bug where, after restarting the laptop, the mode sometimes disables itself. So, my recommendation is, every time you turn on a laptop, go to Settings, disable conservation mode, and enable it again just to be safe. Also, the battery drain issue seen in older models is completely resolved here. This is because Lenovo provided a massive 245-watt charger in the box. And a nice touch, the charging pin is reversible, so you can insert either way. Now, let's get into the specs. This beast is powered by the Ryzen 7 250 CPU. Since this is a Ryzen AI series chip, it comes with a dedicated NPU for on-device AI tasks. For memory, I have 32 GB of RAM, and for storage, a 512 GB Western Digital NVMe Gen 4 SSD. And for graphics, we have the integrated Radeon 780M and the star of the show, the RTX 5050 with dedicated VRAM. Let's see the raw numbers. In Cinebench are 23. The multi-core score is 14,710, and the single-core score is 1,763. For single-core performance, this CPU is definitely top tier. In Geekbench, we got a single-core score of 2,597 and a multi-core of 12,632. The GPU score hit a massive 101,341. Next, the Crystal Diskmar test confirms that the SSD speeds are top-tier Gen 4. And finally, the 3DMAR Time Spy score is an impressive 10,152. Okay, enough numbers. Let's game. I'm testing two massive games today because, well, after installing them, my 512 GB SSD is already 50% full. First up, GTA 5 Enhanced. On default very high settings, we are getting a smooth 100 to 150 FPS. Setting it to high with ray tracing drops it slightly to around 115 to 120 FPS. But if I enable DLSS with frame generation 4x, the FPS jumps all the way to 250. Even with very high ray tracing, we are sitting at 200 to 220 FPS. The quality is just next level. Next, Spider-Man 2. On default settings, we get a solid 110 to 125 FPS. Cranking it up to very high, it drops slightly to range between 95 and 115. Pushing texture quality to 16x, we dip just under 100 FPS. And finally, with shadows and ray tracing enabled, the FPS fluctuates between 50 and 100. However, once I enabled DLSS and frame generation 3x, the visual quality looks amazing, and the FPS shoots back up to a stable 100-145. So, what is the final verdict? Based on these tests, the Lenovo LOQ Gen 10 is an absolute powerhouse for this budget. The RTX 5050 paired with the Ryzen AI chip handles everything from heavy rendering to AAA gaming without breaking a sweat. The benchmarks are breaking the 10,000 barrier, and real-world gaming with frame gen is giving us 140 plus FPS and modern titles. The only downside is the small battery software bug, but the hardware performance totally makes up. If you're looking for a laptop that is 100% original performance with a little bit software bug, this is the one. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Stay tuned.